Greetings and welcome to another video. I'm outside in the backyard of my home. I just want to show all of you some things in this video. And I'm going to try to get to the point on what I'm talking about. Because in the previous video that I did about reasons not to move to Texas, I wasn't getting to the point, and I never got to the point. And someone left a comment claiming that I didn't get to the point on convincing them not to move to Texas. And they said that they turned the video off, meaning that they stopped watching the video. So yeah, you know, something like that will hurt my channel in the future. But I'm just going to say this. I'm not much of a talker. And I don't do a lot of talking. And I never gain a lot of courage and a lot of self-esteem to speak in these videos. So I'm going to fight this. I'm going to talk better in these videos. I'm going to mention something, and I'm going to get to the point on something. Alright, so I'm not going to talk a lot in that. I'm just going to get into this video. Okay, like I said, I'm in the backyard of my home, and I just want to show all of you guys this dead grass. You see this? Okay. As you can clearly see, the grass is dead. And I can tell you why it's dead. Because of the extreme heat throughout the summer. July and August, the month that I'm currently in right now, that I'm doing this video in, is August, and it's still summer. And yeah, the heat killed this grass because temperatures risen to 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43 degrees Celsius. That's metric. Imperial Fahrenheit, that would be over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's been scorching hot this summer, and this dead grass is the result of this. It's getting ready to rain right now. The sky is clouded up, and it's good to get some rain. And and by the way, there's a burn ban in my neck of the woods. I live in Gregg County, Texas, so there's a burn ban that's in full effect for Gregg County, Texas, and other counties that border Gregg County here in East Texas. I think Smith, Upshur, Harrison, Russ, other counties, because the burn ban is a protection to keep people from burning things outdoors that will trigger a wildfire. So if you're caught burning trash here or any county in East Texas that has a full burn ban, you will pay a huge hefty fine, and you will be arrested. So that's some serious stuff right there. So I'm not gonna burn anything. So yeah, there's a lot of crap that I need to get rid of and burn up. Stuff that I really don't need. Trash, rubbish, whatnot. But I'm going to wait for the burn ban to be lifted so I can start burning things. And the trees. Okay, I'm going to show all of you the trees. Okay. That tree behind that fence in that small storage house, that tree has brown leaves on it. And it's insane. Like, and it's summer and trees, I mean, it's summer and leaves on trees shouldn't turn different colors during the summer. They do that in autumn. But it's summer right now and they're doing it. And I think it's because of the extreme heat throughout the summer around here. And yeah, I'm gonna bring up climate change. Yeah, we're using fossil fuels. Well, yeah, we're using fossil fuels and pollutants to make climate change even worse. I think we missed the deadline on reducing carbon emissions. So I think we missed that ship. And yeah, the climate is getting worse. North America is getting hit really hard through the wildfires that are happening in parts of the United States and also in Canada. But in Europe, it's getting worse. Europe is feeling the extreme heat. That continent is getting decimated by extreme high temperatures that are well over 43 degrees Celsius. 43 degrees Celsius, the temperature in parts of Europe and all of Europe is over that mark, and they're experiencing a heat dome. And I remember I did a video back in 2023, July of 2023, when I did a video in the front yard of my home showcasing dead grass that was killed by heat. And I think 2023 was the hottest year. I think 2026 is going to break that. So to me, seeing dead grass around my home is basically 2023 all over again. It is. All right, I'm gonna switch to another scene for this video. All right. Okay, I'm gonna step outside of the backyard of my home, and let's see. I'm going to unlock the padlock here. I can get this. All right. Okay. More trees with different color leaves. Looks like autumn, then summer. And folks, you're not seeing things, but it's summer. And it is. Okay. Yeah. More dead patches of grass. Now, some of the grass around my home, some of it's green, some of it is just brown and dead. So yeah, okay. Yeah, you walk through this path that goes to someone's home. Well, it actually goes to the back. Well, this trail goes to the backyard someone's home. So yeah, don't want to go through there. Okay, all right. There's some watermelons out here. Chill this. Okay. All right, due to the extreme heat, I'm not gonna pick this watermelon because it's not fully grown yet. And it's small. This is a watermelon. And watermelons get bigger and bigger and bigger. So this thing so this watermelon right here is kind of small. So I don't know, to all of you who are gardeners, will you think this would be a good idea to pick this? And also, there's another watermelon growing. I'll just show that. Okay. All right, there it is. That's another watermelon. So this watermelon is a little different. But I'm not going to pick them because I'm going to let them grow out. But if they don't grow and this stay the way that they are, or if they don't grow bigger and stay the way they are, one more time, if they don't grow bigger and they stay the way they are, then I'll just pick them. But this is not my garden. Someone's doing some gardening in this huge garden. They were planting, I don't know what they were planting. I think some vegetables. But I come out here and come to find out they're planting watermelons. And due to this extreme heat, and it's pretty hot outside, I'm breaking a sweat. And the wind is blowing, and the wind is kind of cooling me off, which is a good thing. As you can see, the wind is blowing the trees back. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to talk about this. I know this is not part of the video. Let me get to a better, safe location to aim the camera at something and talk. Okay. All right. I did a video claiming that the area that I lived in was colonized by France, and it was part of the North American French colony of New France. So I did some research and come to find out that I was wrong on that. So basically, the area that I'm living in right now was colonized by Spain. It was part of New Spain. It was like basically a buffer area of New Spain. And before this, and before the Spanish or Europeans came to this area that I live in today, this area was inhabited by the Caddo Indians. That's right, the Caddo Indians lived in this area. They lived along the Sabine River, and they lived in this area that I'm living in. So that clears everything up. So the French didn't colonize this area, the Spanish did, and this place was inhabited by the Caddo Indians. So hope I'm correct on this. And I live in East Texas, by the way, and I'm not that far from the Louisiana state line. So I live in Gregg County, so if I head east out of Gregg County and get into Harrison County, so that would be the last county before I hit the Louisiana state line and cross into Louisiana. And get this, all of the state of Louisiana was part of New France. So if I go into Louisiana and be in Louisiana, then I'll be in an area that was part of New France, the former French colony that stretched from Canada all the way down to the United States. So the area that I'm living in right now was part of New Spain. It was under Spanish control. It was a buffer of New Spain. So just want to clear that up. I'm not that really good at history. I didn't take world history and I'm in junior high and high school. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, the climate crisis has left its calling card. Climate change. And it's going on right now. And I'm feeling it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, look at this grass. Look at the grass. Grass is dead. Yeah, I remember back in July of 2023 when I did a video out here, I said that I'm not going to cut the grass because the grass is dead. And I'm going to do it I'm going to do the exact same thing in 2026. I'm not cutting this grass. This grass is dead. Deja vu. It's like 2023 all over again. Man, I can't believe I'm back to this scenario. Yeah. 2023, good times, good times. Yeah. Yeah, in 2023, Donald Trump wasn't president of the United States. Joe Biden was. And yeah, Canadians were coming to the U.S. freely. People from other countries were coming to the U.S. freely because America had a president who didn't do the things that Donald Trump is doing right now. Yeah. No BS, no nonsense, none of that stuff. A president in 2023 was acting like a president, doing things that presidents should be doing, running a country, doing things for the people. And talk about things that matter and not get on Twitter and Truth Social and X and bash people that he didn't like. None of that crap. I know 2023 wasn't perfect, but I'd rather be in 2023 than 2026. So yeah, yeah. Dead grass, dead grass, dead grass. Dead grass all around me. Dead grass, dead grass. Yeah, I just saw some leaves fall from some trees. Yeah, trees are shedding leaves. And it's summer. It looks like autumn around here, but it's actually summer. I'm not lying. And it's August. Leaves on trees don't turn different colors until October, which is autumn. But it's not autumn, it's summer. And it is. Yeah. Climate change is crazy. And it is. Yeah, dead grass, extreme heat, and drought. It hasn't rained since back in, I think, July, or before that, June. Yeah. Yeah, climate change is no joke. And it isn't. It's no joke. I remember, I watched a video from Creation with Jennifer, and I can't pronounce the name of her YouTube channel. So I'm just going to call her Creation with Jennifer. I'm just going to call her that. And she did a video. Not did a video, but in one of the videos on her channel, on her YouTube channel, she talked about she went to Europe in the 1990s. So in the 1990s, I never went to Europe, ever. I mean, the first time I ever went to Europe was in 2017. That's like 9 years ago. The first country that I went to in Europe was the United Kingdom, followed by others like Belgium, Norway, Germany, France. Then on my second trip to Europe, I went to Italy, Greece, Cyprus, Turkey, and I was originally going to go to Israel, and this was on a cruise ship. And due to that war between Israel and Hamas, the cruise ship just sailed back and forth between Greece and Turkey and Cyprus. And this was back in 2023, October of 2023, and I have had a spider crawling around on my left arm. Well, anyway, that was from that 2023 Mediterranean cruise. Yeah, that was from 2023, October of 2023, and I have part one or part two of. I have a part one video and a part two video of the entire trip on this channel. If you guys are new to this channel, you guys want to check those two parts of the trip that I went on with my parents and my sister in the Mediterranean in 2023. You guys are welcome to check that. And when I did those videos, I missed out on filming a different part of Greece. I didn't recharge my phone, and the people that I was with didn't tell me anything. So it is what it is. But in the future, when I go back to Europe, I'm going to get some really good footage, and I'm going to have a really good time. I'm going to be around better people, not crappy people. So yeah. And speaking of Europe, I'm going to give a shout out to people who are who live in Europe, who are watching this video, and I want to say it to all of them. I feel for you guys, losing your homes through those wildfires. People in the UK and France. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I speak a little French, and I can't speak full French. I'm not fluent in French. I just speak little bits of French. Yeah, I was learning French a while back, and I just stopped. I need to go back. So I'm not gonna bother like saying something in French. Matter of fact, I might do that. What the heck? All right. Salut, je m'appelle Enchanté. Bonjour. Bonjour, mon ami. Bonjour, madame. Bonjour, bonsoir. Parlez-vous français? Yeah, okay. I can say the official name of France in French, okay? French Republic. République Française. I'm gonna say it again. République Française. So, I think my French isn't that great. So, you guys can leave a comment and talk about how my French is. So, I think that's not going to help me communicate with people in France. So, yeah, I heard that the French people are, they value privacy, but I heard some stories that the French love to hear people talk. If you want to talk to you want to talk to them, you just go up to them and just let it rip. But that's what I heard from someone who around the French. So I haven't been around French people, and I haven't. So I'm not going to count Americans of French descent. So they're not French. They don't speak French. They don't. Okay, and well, going back to people in Europe, I feel for you guys going through this heat dome. And I hope you guys get through this. We as a human species, we cause climate change. And we are the reason why climate change is happening right now. So we need to talk. I think people around the world need to talk more about climate change. And Greta Thunberg, the Swedish climate change activist, is ahead on everything on this. I haven't heard anything from her. I haven't heard anything from Greta Thunberg. But I don't think she should be the only one talking about climate change. Everybody around the world should be talking about climate change. But yeah, I live in a part of the world which is Texas, here in the United States, and got a lot of people who are climate change deniers. They deny climate change, and they say that climate change doesn't exist. And climate deniers don't just exist where I live. They exist in other parts of the U.S. and also they exist in other parts of the world. Yeah, and those COVID-19 misinformation people. Yeah, I didn't like listening to them. They were full of it on COVID. So, yeah, COVID is not a thing anymore like it was like from 2020 all the way to 2023. Yeah, I remember those days that I wore a mask to keep myself from keep myself from catching COVID-19. But when I came back from that Mediterranean cruise, in 2023, I caught COVID. I had to self-quarantine and take some medication. So yeah, I think Greta Thunberg shouldn't be the only person to sound the alarm on the climate crisis. Everybody should be sounding the alarm. Everybody should be talking about the climate crisis and what we can do to stop it and preserve the planet for future generations. So yeah, I think in the future there's going to be a guy who's going to look just like me, and I bet his YouTube channel is going to be way better than mine's. He's going to talk clearly. He's going to make sense. He's going to get to the point on things. And he's going to look like me, but he's not going to be nothing like me. So I want the planet to be livable and healthy for him and people of the future. So yeah, and electric cars aren't going to be the only things to solve the problem. So yeah, okay, yeah, it's probably an electric vehicle. I'm not into crossover vehicles, and I've driven a Chevrolet Trax, and it drives really good. It handles really good. But I heard that cars like these have a lot of problems, and people are taking them to repair shops at car dealerships to get them repaired. So I bet if I get one of these cars, I'm going to have a lot of problems out of them. Okay. Alright, let me wind this video down. Don't want to talk too much. And oh yeah, that big silver truck that's parked in the driveway of my home, that's a 2011 GMC Sierra SLE Cattle Bears Edition truck. It's really nice too. So I'm not going to tell you who owns it. Alright, can't wait to head overseas to Japan and Asia. I've never been to Japan, and I hope I'm going to do my best to make videos of being in that country if I don't have any problems. It's like a jungle out there. Like you walk into this like you're stepping into a jungle. Look at this. Alright, I think that's all I gotta say in this video. More videos to come. Merci beaucoup. Goodbye.